you live from SABC Studios. As you may know, the sugar tax law came into South Africa in the beginning of 2017. We at the headquarters of SABC have decided to go out and see how the residents of South Africa feel about it. Earlier in the headquarters, we said that we were going to ask the South African residents how they feel about the sugar tax law. Here we have Adam James Johnson. How do you feel, sir?
I think this thing is very excellent. I think it's going to help our community. I mean, obesity is like such a big thing, and I think that like if this law is put in place, it's going to make such a huge impact, and obesity is going to be less. And I just love this thing, man. This is the one thing Zuma has made us proud for, man. Like I really enjoy this law, man.
Oh, and Mr. Johnson, some South Africans are complaining because they cannot afford it. What do you take?
No, let's end there. I think there's low-graded people, there's poor people.
As I said earlier, that the reporters of SABC will go outside and see how the residents of South Africa feel about this. Here we have Sfiso Kamini, somewhere too. And
the sugar tax is very, very bad.
And what?
And what?
And what?
Oh, I don't have enough sugar to put in my porridge. And it's not sugar anymore.
As you can see, the sugar tax law, it's crazy out in the streets.
Sugar tax must fall.
It's crazy out in the
Sugar
streets.
tax must fall. Not just politics.
We put it to life, Johannesburg. So today we'll be featuring 3 times Grammy Award winner and 5 times nominee for the Grammy Award, Tubbsy Tubbsman. So, hi Tubbs.
Hi George.
It's good being on the show.
Yeah.
So, today we'll be discussing sugar tax, and so I just want to see your input on some of my questions I have here. So, how will sugar tax hit the consumers?
Well, personally, I feel that sugar tax won't have a good effect, a good spin on the economy. Cause if you think about it, a normal average worker, a person who works in a mine, when they go to the shop, they buy a loaf of bread and a cold drink. They don't go and buy a bottle of water because they have water at the taps. So now adding sugar tax to sugar would make the cold drink price go higher, therefore increasing the price of cold drink, where an average person cannot just go randomly buy them.
They're like big companies like Coca-Cola,
They will suffer a lot.
because they'll suffer because there's high supply but less demand because of the sugar tax. So,
Yes.
so I'm glad I got to talk. And how will it cost the treasury money?
Well, I feel it would cost the treasury money, seeing that the reason they put in sugar tax is to cut down obesity. But before I answer this question, let's dig into the truth about that. Not many South Africans are obese. Let's start off there. First of all, there are many people going through poverty. So by them trying to cut down obesity, the true meaning is that they're actually trying to make more revenue. So they decided to add a useless tax on something which they seem that many people use it. So the truth about sugar tax is not to stop obesity, but instead is to make us pay extra tax for a reason which we don't need. So it's basically taking away one of our rights, such as brown bread. It would be such as brown bread getting taxed.
May I add something? And also a survey showed that obesity was dropping. Has dropped 13% since 2012. Because mostly what South Africans get fat on is starch, oil, not just sugar. Sugar, like milkshakes. No, that's they don't really get fat on those things like maybe fried chips, and So judging from what you're saying, you don't agree with this, eh?
Yes, I don't agree with this. I feel if the government needed a reason to fight obesity, they should have sold less GMO ingredients and more naturally grown food. They need to make vegetables cheaper so that the less fortunate people can afford them instead of opting to buy fried chips or something like that. So I feel if that's really how if that's really how they want to play it, then they've made one of the biggest mistakes ever.
Yes, and is it badly targeted? Like fruit juice, milk-based things, like yeah.
Yeah, I feel it is badly targeted because it's more of a one-sided thing. Because now people will be rioting, complaining about how the rich people can afford these sugary delicacies, but the less fortunate people can't afford. And that's basically taking away. I mean, imagine a kid going to buy a lollipop, which used to be R1, and now the guy tells them, who sells at the shop, tells them it's, let's say, R5. That kid won't buy lollipops anymore, and that kid might just grow up not knowing what sugar is, and that would kind of ruin. Because I mean, we need sugar in our lives.
Yeah, and kids, they need sugar too.
Yes.
Because without sugar, I don't know what, but something will go wrong.
Yes.
And do you think the tax will hit the poorest the hardest?
I feel it is going to hit the poorest the hardest because as it is, most of them can't even afford a simple cold drink already.
Yes, because a cold drink now is like $10, and whereas bread is also $10. A simple can of cold drink lasts you for about 5-10 minutes. Bread lasts you for like a whole week or 2 whole weeks, depending on how much each person in the family eats. So yeah,
Exactly.
and is the tax like poorly designed? Is it?
I feel it is poorly designed. I feel if they were going to put a tax on sugar, they shouldn't put on all sugar delicacies, if you get what I'm saying. I feel it should be on simple things like chocolates. Chocolates aren't a need, chocolates aren't a necessity, but sugar itself, cool drink, Oros, those are necessities because people need those to keep going. Because I mean, let me put it in this context. Let's say this came out round about when you were a kid and you found out you couldn't have anything sweet to eat at all. How would you feel about that?
Oh. See the tables turning. Yeah, so yeah, it's nice we can have a little chuckle, but this is serious because it's poorly designed. Because of if I was a kid and I was told I wasn't allowed to have sugar, it would become something like, you know, I'd want more, you know. Like I'd be breaking rules now because people have been eating sugar for so long. You see what I think they should have done with the tax, is make it moderate. Like let's say there's 5 items that are made of sugar. Well, your max items you can buy are 2. If you buy 5, then they can tax. See what I'm saying? Yes. And and do you think it'll help like you know, like pubs and stuff, because pubs should beans?
Well, I think, okay, in terms of revenue and capital, it would help pubs because then, and in a way, it would kind of stop the deaths due to drunk people, because then the less fortunate won't be able to go and buy as much alcohol as they used to be able to buy due to the sugar tax. But it could also raise crime, because then since they won't be able to afford and they need to feed a certain addiction, they will tend to steal.
Can I add on that?
Yeah.
So I don't think like you're getting me on this question, like because did you know that 32 billion rand worth of soft drinks are sold in South African pubs? So would that mean, because you see nowadays young people ages 16, 17 going to pubs, and now they can't afford the Cokes and Fantas that are in the pubs, so now they are tempted to buy alcohol because everyone else is drinking something. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so do you think making soft drinks in pubs more expensive will raise the drunk our youth drinking and so on and so forth?
Yeah, you actually have a point. I do think that it will raise problems with our youth and drinking. But I also feel that if the sugar tax is going on soft drinks, then pubs shouldn't be selling soft drinks at all. Pubs and shebeens should be either you go there as a family and it becomes a whole full family thing, and they don't sell alcohol full time. Only maybe at night. Maybe it should be like they should allow kids in from a certain time and then they stop. So they should allow. I feel they should allow kids between the times of 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. I mean to 3 p.m. Then that's when kids are allowed. But after 3 p.m., you would need an ID to get into the pub. That way, we also cutting all drunkards which are already here. If you get what I'm saying.
Yes. And thank you to our guest, Tabzi Tabziman. Next time we will be having star Ariana Grande join us. From now on, that's enough from the George Daily Show. Thank you.